Few people asked me, what about sugar? I knew, I didn't know it was going to be to this level the 2 videos ago, and I'm having a hard time getting 2 videos up a day. There's just so many projects coming in right now. It's getting almost ridiculous. But, money. Um, so I don't know how many times anymore I'm really going to be able to get up 2 videos a day, but I'm shooting for it because the more videos you get, the better. In my mind. Anyway, so people saw the thumbnail and I said the one thing DURIANRIDER won't talk about. And I assume people meant or thought that I meant sugar. And I don't know why, because he talks about it all the time. But I tried. Actually, I made a video. I'm going to have to cut it up. And because the microphone, I forgot to turn it up. I'm going to have to cut it up and put it in. You got to understand, you got an industry, and you can look this up. They're a public company. Well, there's a couple of public companies making $65,000 a minute off of one product. And that $65,000 is also being used to hide the truth. That's going to get me. That money is being used to kind of sweep reality under the rug. And so it's getting harder and harder and harder to find anything about sugar that isn't sugar's bad. So I found a few things, and I'm actually going to put DURIANRIDER in title, so hopefully he sees a lot of my videos. Sometimes he comments, sometimes he doesn't. So hopefully he gets this and comments on this. I'm going to show a picture right now of me on sugar. And then you see the me in front of you that decided that sugar wasn't good enough, that I was going to start eating potato chips, muffins, hummus, whatever she cooked with oil. And she's German, so desserts are all the time. This is what happens. Take a good look at what happens to you when you decide that sugar is bad. And I'm going to show some video, some of the video that I took. I'm looking at the screen that I took it on. You can find some stuff. I didn't expect it to be this absurdly hard to find information. I worked on it for like 2 hours, and I'm just like, this is getting ridiculous. So I shot a video that I don't even like. But some of the information. So here is a kid. Well, he was a kid when this happened. He grew up in some part of Africa, Zimbabwe, and he noticed his family noticed. And I'm not going to read every one of these things because it would be hours and hours and hours. But basically, he found that putting sugar in his cuts made his cuts heal so much quicker, and they started doing studies about this. And they found that, yes, I think the glycogol or whatever, something like that, in the actual sugar helps with healing the body. So it doesn't say wiped some meat in the in the cuts, or didn't put some olive oil in there. He put sugar, and he healed quicker. And he had tried salt prior to that, just kind of sterilize it, and it didn't have the same effects. This right here, the mammalian brain depends upon glucose as its main source of energy, and tight regulation of glucose metabolism is critical for the brain physiology. That statement right there should tell you all you need to know. Now, forking down absurd amounts of sugar like DURIANRIDER suggests, I don't. Now, there's people who come on here that say that they've lost a ton of weight adding. Now, I don't know if this person means extra or just throughout the day, but she said she did like 800 grams of sugar a day. Now, I don't know if that's everything or if that's an extra 800 grams. But she lost like 33 kilograms, which is like 72 pounds or something like that, adding a bunch of sugar. This one, what was carbohydrates? So They couldn't. I should have left it exactly where I needed it, and I did. Okay, so the DRI committee, this is Toxicity, concluded that evidence was insufficient to set a tolerable upper intake level for carbohydrates, meaning they could not find a toxic level of eating carbohydrates. I might link, this is so many articles. I don't know if I'm going to link all these things. I mean, my description would be like, 80 pages long. However, a maximal intake of over 25% of total calories from added sugar was suggested by the panel, but they couldn't prove it. So this is just them making up numbers just to make it look like they actually had a reason for doing the study. Running. Think of your body as your own personal sugar refinery. When you eat a meal containing carbohydrates, your digestive system breaks down those sugars and starches into glucose, a simple sugar that serves as an immediate energy source. I forgot that this microphone sucks on this software. Your digestive system, whatever isn't needed right away for the power the body, it is stored as glycogen in a process called glycogenesis. It is stored in the muscles and liver, and for fuel for your brain and your organs. All right, so this is what happens. This is even, one of those companies. They even admit that this is what happens. Like when you eat extra sugar, it is stored as muscle glycogen and liver glycogen for your brain and other organs. Sugar withdrawal. I don't know if I need. Common symptoms. Intense cravings for something sweet. Intense craving for carbohydrates like chips or pot. Chips is their example. Irritability and depressed mood. If you are on a ketogenic, your symptoms may be more severe than those caused by cutting down on added sugar. Common ketosis symptoms: nausea, fatigue, headache, muscle cramps, bad breath, weakness, constipation, or diarrhea. I mean, I'm not going to read all these things, but it's just, and if you read the benefits, it's all the same ones, and then they contradict what they're saying just to make it look like they don't really like sugar, but they had to write the article anyway. So sugar can provide immediate burst of energy. Sugar helps you store energy for later. Sugar can provide an instant mood boost. I don't know about chocolate. And natural sugar sources come with added nutrients. All right. Sugar is an excellent calorie source. Sugar for insulin benefits. Sugar is excellent energy source. Sugar to store energy. Sugar is solution to instant mood booster. Sugar contains glycolic acid, and that's like the one that actually helps your skin heal. Sugar for natural skin rub, kissable lips. I mean, we're really reaching here. Sugar to eliminate blackheads, I guess, and sugar to lighten the toned skin areas. Some of these are. And then look at an old ad here. Sugar is part of my diet for its energy lift, and 3 teaspoons of Domino's sugar contains fewer calories than your half grapefruit. It's smart to stay slim and trim. Get Domino's energy lift too. So if you look at back in the day, and now I'm going to go to here.
Tomorrow's way is Jeremy and Kim.
What's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
Hello.
We're talking about your story, why you became raw vegan, boom and boom, what are you doing, boom and boom, living the dream, rock and roll, guys.
I originally became raw vegan after my daughter was sick. She had retracted or contracted RSV when she was younger. And
RSV?
yeah, it's a respiratory virus.
Wow.
Her lungs were filling up with liquid.
Oh, the lungs are filling up with liquid.
Yeah,
she
I
was-
didn't.
That's almost like COVID, right?
It was pretty bad. I don't
Yeah.
know if it
Pretty
was
bad.
terrible, yeah.
I didn't know Jeremy at the time. This was before I knew Jeremy, and I had taken my daughter to the doctor for 3 months, and she wasn't getting any better. She was getting worse, and it was really scary because she would go to sleep at night, and then I would wake up in the middle of the night to her gasping for air, like she hadn't been breathing. And I
Yeah,
was honestly
she was on a inhaler that was using steroids every day.
Wow.
Yeah, and they put her on 3 rounds of antibiotics too,
Wow.
and it wasn't getting better. And then I actually met Jeremy, and he knew about raw food and fruit, and told me about some teachers that he's learned from. And so we incorporated more raw foods. We went mostly straight to fruit, and she was better in a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got nuts?
Yeah.
Yay! How do you feel about that?
Yeah. If you go onto my Instagram,
What's your Instagram?
All right, so that's all we really need to see from that. So fruit, not fat, not oil, not meat, healed her of her ailments. Let's watch this one.
And
Yeah.
what did you just say to me?
What did I just say? I say that isn't it beautiful that we eat this way and we have a healthy life and
But I mean, the only problem is look how fat she is. Like, I just don't know how she can eat sugar when she's this fat.
we don't need meat, right?
You don't need meat.
Why don't people realize this? This is a good way, right? Good way to eat.
Good way to eat.
Yes.
Tell people in Taiwan that. Thailand.
Thailand, yeah. Thai people should eat like this.
And so should Americans.
Yeah.
So should everyone.
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 This is a good way for everyone.
Just right in my backyard, blackberries.
Cool.
In fact, I found a strawberry today. Wasn't ripe, but I picked it. Wasn't good.
Small little green.
And it's yummy.
And it looks beautiful. Oh my gosh. It is so beautiful. And
Yeah.
what
These videos are so. All right, so you can see that your body runs off sugar, and they can't actually find the toxic level of sugar in that study, but somehow sugar is toxic. So that the people studying this kind of stuff are telling you that sugar is toxic, and then other people are like, you know, I lost all the weight in the world off of it. So who's the problem with the food industry and most industries is there is so much money to be had by people telling you whatever they think. Now, all right, so if somebody tells you something that is always is going to actually help you out, are you going to be a client of theirs for very long? No. So they're going to use whatever device they need to keep you coming back for more. Like you'll get enough progress and you think you're getting enough progress and you keep coming back for more. I freely give these videos. DURIANRIDER freely. I mean, I know he's got that $39 a month, whatever it is, book or whatever he does. But look at the people who are not making millions and millions and millions off this to people who aren't on steroids telling you that you can get that look naturally. The people who aren't naturally skinny and gorgeous telling you what you need to do to get naturally skinny and gorgeous. Look at the people who have been in the trenches. If you want to say it that way. Those are where you're going to find the reality check. Okay, I've showed you the picture of what I look like when I was doing sugar all the time. Now, I fully admit, if you've made it this far, that when I got started, the first 130 pounds that I lost, I did not add sugar to anything. I was just doing fruit. I was basically doing the Walter Kempner diet, except for I replaced rice with greens and avocado. And I lost 130 pounds. Now, The one thing that I did notice that when I started riding bike again is I just could not get enough calories in. So I started using sugar, and the weight did start falling off like crazy. Now, was that the sugar or was that the bike riding? I don't know. But I do know that the gels and everything that you can buy are stupidly expensive. It's like $5 for a gel, and all it is like sugar in gelatinous form. So I just started adding sugar to a water bottle and had the same exact effect. And it took me better part of that year to actually lose weight. So this is not the quickest fix in the world. If you're looking for the quickest fix in the world, go do 50-50 plate and wonder why you rebound and are doing binging and are fatter than you were when you get started. Or wonder why that you got to eat less and less calories every single day just to get through, and you're drinking a lot of coffee. It's up to you. I thought I was going to find more information. I probably could have if I spent the entire day on it, but I'm not going to. So if you got any comments, questions, concerns, leave them down below. Give me a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next video.